All right, maybe it's time I get out of here because I just walked right past another Western Diamondback right there. Yes! If y'all haven't had Blackstone coffee, definitely give it a try. I mean, this is technically a matcha, not a coffee, but so good. So I stopped at the gas station real quick to use the restroom, and as I was driving out of the parking lot, I saw a little bit of junk back here, so I thought I'd come back and take a look. And the first rock I lift has a little brown rough rattlesnake. Really nice looking too. There's stars right like that. Back on there's room right here, but you know, super common species, very cute though. I want to give you guys a little look. I'm gonna put him back. Cool. Some really nice looking boards right here. Glad I came back to check, but let's see what's under it. Just got my first number 2 under a couple boards right here. Other nice looking one, a little bit bigger than the last. But you can let him go now. Just lifted this board right here, and I thought I saw what was a small mouse or a rat or something like that, but it ended up being a big old Western or Texas spiny lizard. If I had to guess, this is a gravid female. She's super chunky. Like, wow, how chunky she is. I was fairly positive it was a rodent. It ended up going in those weeds right there, and I looked closer and saw that it was a lizard. But that's how close I am to the gas station. Pretty cool. All right, well, I'm gonna let her go, and then we'll keep looking around. She was right under there. Oh, look at that. Little scorpion. So this is kind of crazy. I just lifted this rock right here in this hill, and there are 2 Texas blind snakes, or Texas thread snakes. I forget the exact name, but very cool. I've only actually seen one of these before, so pretty cool to see a couple more, but very pretty snakes. And they spend most of their time underground, so we typically don't get to see them very often. But this time of year, when it's nice and cool out, you can find them hiding up under rocks, trying to get a little bit of heat, I'm assuming. They feed mostly on like little tiny invertebrates like ants and beetles, potentially. Probably more like ants and termites, though. They look a lot like worms, but how cool is that? I'm gonna grab a couple pictures and then let these on their way. All right, so I just double checked, and they are called Texas blind snakes is the common name. Them all intertwined. So bizarre. Look at those they have these little sharp endings on the back of their tail that they can use to dig into me, I guess, to try and escape. So I guess you can see their tiny little eyes on their heads too. They have these tiny little tongues that stick out. It's gonna be hard to tell, but yeah, you can see those little black specks. Those are the eyes. Oh, it's got some water coming out of his mouth. All right, well, I'm gonna let them go. I just wanted to show you guys one more time. Not sure when I'll get to see these again, but how cool is that? Look at the size of that Western Diamondback. Holy moly. All right, so I nearly just stepped on a big Western Diamondback rattlesnake that was out passing right here. Just went up that rock right there. Whew. My heart is racing. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be much more careful watching where I walk from now on. Holy crap. All right, maybe it's time I get out of here because I just walked right past another Western Diamondback right there. Holy cow, these things are everywhere. well, I'm here by myself today, just doing this kind of solo. So maybe not the best thing for me to be walking through here. But yeah, we'll get a quick look at this snake. I'm going to be extremely careful where I'm walking, and then I'm going to start heading back to the car. But that is a Western Diamondback rattlesnake, Crotalus atrox. Makes me wonder how many are here that I haven't seen yet, because I literally walked right here and lifted that and everything, and it was this big Crotalus atrox was literally right behind me. So that just goes to show you do have to be cautious. These snakes are not, they're not wanting to hurt people or anything like that, but if they feel threatened and if you're close by, especially with Western Diamondbacks, you have to be extremely cautious, because they will not hesitate to strike. So just a little lesson, but learn from my mistake. Beautiful, beautiful snake though, and one that I will definitely enjoy the sight of before it scrambles off, or before I scramble off. Look at this beautiful little rock pile right here. So just for a minute, I wanted to kind of emphasize the importance. I just got to a new area, by the way, so I'm going to be doing some hiking here. There's a beautiful lake that I'm going to hopefully be able to get up close to, but that little rattlesnake encounter, that was definitely, could have ended worse. Very, very happy and fortunate that it didn't, but I definitely could have gone about that in a better way, worn better gear. Probably should go with somebody else. You don't necessarily want to be by yourself in a situation like that. And that happened with 2 different rattlesnakes there that I honestly could have almost stepped on, but pretty close to it. But they were very fired up, obviously absorbing the sunlight, so they would have more than likely tried to defend themselves. Not their fault, totally my fault. I came into their area where they live and unintentionally disturbed them, but it happens, and I will definitely learn from my mistake and be much more cautious next time. But hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two from this, and just being cautious, especially in like areas with a lot of weeds and stuff. And it's so important to keep an eye on things and pay attention to where you are. But just wanted to note that real quick. So I'm going to keep looking. The weather's perfect out, and I have high hopes that in this new area I've never been to, we can hopefully find some cool stuff today. And there's a lot of different species we could see, but I will get back to you when we hopefully find something. This view at this park is crazy. Look at this. It's like a pretty decent cliff right here. I didn't realize how steep it was going to be. No snakes yet. Some lizards here and there, but check out all the bees on these flowers. So pretty. There's got to be stuff on the move. I'm determined. Coachwhip, Coachwhip. That's so cool. Check that out. Random little trailside board right here, right next to the trail. And this guy was hanging out under it. I'm glad there wasn't a hiding Diamondback under there as I dove on this guy, because my adrenaline spiked, and yeah, did it without thinking, of course. The motto of today. So cool. Look how curious and Just in tune there. Great eyesight on these, unlike a lot of other snake species. Masticovis are really have good eyesight. They have an interesting diet too. They'll eat a large array of animals, rodents, lizards, and even other snakes. I've seen it documented a few times where they'll actually go after other snakes and consume them, but this is still a young one. They get quite a bit larger. I'm gonna move over here real quick in case anyone comes wandering by, but check that snake out. That is not actually something I was expecting to see here. I knew that they were around, but I didn't think that they were super common, which maybe they aren't, I don't know. Completely new area for me. But that's a beautiful snake. I'm gonna grab some pictures and then we'll let him go back under his board, or her. All right, gonna let this Coachwhip go. We did see one of these actually on our last trip, as you'll see that if you watch the video before this, or unless I end up including it in this video. But great looking snake. I love when they get those bands like that. It's not super common as far as I'm aware of, but pretty cool. Sweet. All right, well, that's going to be a wrap on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I plan to keep uploading hopefully weekly, if not every 2 weeks, full new episodes, but posting shorts as well. And yeah, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to stick around, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys on the next one.